a bigger story here of how good Nova is being able to come back on that standoff hardpoint game, and the surprise appearance of Strike Zone looking so dominant over Fear. They're now going to be moving on to the upper semifinals. Now that sets up our next two matches. It's Exet versus Team Vile, and then Tribe going up against Truly OP. And Hawks, you mentioned multiple times throughout rehearsals and everything about Tribe and how they have such a fandom and how people really enjoy this team. What is it you say is going to play out here? It could very well be the case that, you know, this team, hey, they could potentially have an upset here against Tribe, and a lot of their fans will be very, very frustrated about that. Now, let's take a look at the layout once again for the series. We're going to standoff once again for hardpoint, meltdown, search and destroy, firing range domination if necessary, crash hardpoint, and crossfire, search and destroy. Maven standoff hardpoint. We saw some different positions, not a lot of anchoring like what we would traditionally see in a standoff game. It seemed like we were getting a lot of shotguns going right into the side, into the hill, and trying to just take presence immediately.
Yeah, it was a little bit different, kind of like Bobby was talking about. Like early in games, you'll see people kind of play for kills to work test. There just has to be 100%.
Yeah, you're right, and it does, like we've been talking about, right? It just the complexion of the matches changes entirely here. But here we go, folks. It's now time to start this next matchup. It's going to be a good one. Ox, Maven, take it away.
Here we go, ready to get rocketed. You know, you told me, Ox, you are my resident weapons expert.
Oh,
you
yeah.
told me you like to get nerdy with it. Break it down. Talk to me about what's on the screen. It's looking like what I'm used to with like the MP5, I believe the QQ9 in this game. What makes it so good?
Honestly, just the extremely fast time to kill, the mobility, everything about that. Just seeing a lot of different weapons that are extremely good at that aggressive playstyle right now. I think the biggest surprise weapon that I'm seeing at the moment is #1, the HD40 recently got a nerf, and prior to this nerf, it was basically the most used weapon in the entire competitive scene. But after the nerf, it looks like we still do have a couple people using it. But what I really want to highlight is Nero with the Type 25. I feel like that never comes out, but has some really, really good potential. Kills extremely fast up close and is somewhat versatile for sure.
Well, early hold for Tribe is going to get them out to what, a 31-11 point advantage as the rotation's now going to come through. We're watching Leon's POV. He's trying to break in through the side warehouse. Nice little drop shot in there. Movement on point as he is going to fall. Now into the hard point goes TRULYOP. We'll see if they can rally back here, or if Tribe can get the break.
Yeah, one thing I think Tribe is really good at is being able to hold different positions across the map, not just the hard point. They're really good at holding down that map control and just watching certain lanes, which I think so far we're seeing a little bit, but obviously truly keeping it really close for sure.
I mean, I'm excited to watch more of Fusion when we get back to him. Just that little bit we watched with him with the QQ9 out, like his movement, like slide canceling around corners, like I don't know, it just looked really fluid. Even though we watched him for about 10 seconds, so he looked nasty. That's a rocket to the forehead.
Yeah.
As one's going to drop, lead continuing to build for Tribe. Just 20 seconds remaining in this hard point. Now to Leon's POV.
Yeah, and pertaining to that movement aspect too, a lot of players that haven't really touched mobile games before might not know this, but most of these players are playing with 4 fingers, trying to make it have as much input as possible so they can slide, jump, do whatever they need to do to really win those gunfights. Although there are a couple players, which we will talk about in this tournament at some point, that do play with just their thumbs and are able to hang really, really well.
Yeah, that's all I did because I just haven't, spent as much time on mobile. And yeah, when I played some players with good movement that were playing claw or whatever you'd like to call this, yeah, the skill gap there was very, very noticeable.
Oh, yes.
I was getting absolutely torched. But yeah, that's the thing with Call of Duty that we don't talk about maybe enough when it comes to the esports side of it. Whether we're talking the current title in Modern Warfare from my side or you with COD Mobile, once you get to this level, most people can shoot straight, right? Like the skill gap becomes. It's the movement, man, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's the movement, it's the positioning, everything like that. I mean, it's not easy by any means, but for these pro players, being able to aim and, put their crosshair on the enemies is not the biggest problem for them. A lot of these players just are trying to focus on that positioning, that teamwork, and then obviously the movement, which is something that just comes with frequent repetitions, absolutely.
Yeah, back to what Leon said about being the smartest and dumbest player. Yeah, when I can shoot straight, I just struggle with the positioning side. So it's like sometimes I'm in a good position, game's very easy. When you're in bad positions, Call of Duty becomes very, very hard. But it's a tight race right now. Just 6 points separating these two teams. TRULYOP has been able to battle. Streak's going to come in. 3 are going to drop. And Zizu, I think, is able to take down 2. Nero gets 2 with the War Machine as well. As they're making the plays.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you guys can tell right now, Tectonic and Bolu fragging out along with Fusion and Saizu. Definitely the players that I would say some people kind of expected to have this kind of fragging ability. But yeah, this game is really close right now. Definitely a matchup that people were expecting between these two teams. Absolute juggernauts for sure.
It might be just one of those where when it comes down to the wire, with it only being to 150, who's able to get that big last rotation and get set up, or maybe who's got the operator or the streaks to work with. And I think you saw a couple operators out. Unfortunately for Zizou, as he goes to drop shot, there is a swarm of players in front of him, so the kills get picked up for Tribe. Now they're fighting for the backside rotation, and this could be a huge moment.
Yeah, and we're also seeing a lot of players pulling out their operators and losing them within seconds, which is really, really critical inside of Hardpoint right now because operators do play a very big role. So to see those just disappear after pulling them out, that's definitely not something you want to see if you are Truly or Tribe. Saw from both ends for sure.
No, I mean, it's like a difference of getting 3 to 5 kills or 0, and it's just wasted, right?
Oh, the mech. Saizu. Oh, man. 105 to 89. They're going in right now. Oh, mech. I mean, they got the mech inside the hardpoint right now, and the VTOL comes out, taking it out from Narrow. That is a massive play right now, because if that XS1 stayed inside of the hardpoint, I think Truly would have had it. But as you can see, Tribe able to break it.
It looked good from Truly's POV, but just for a second, they do have a swarm coming in. 2 are able to battle out. The RC car comes in as well. Players swarming from top, in from Tribe. Over the 100-point mark, they will go. Still trailing, but anybody's game. It's just Nero tucked away in a corner, trying to get as much time as he can. Maybe a lead change if he can hold the rest of this time, but the slide out, not going to work. He's going to get caught. Quality shots from Truly.
And it's more than likely going to come down to this next hill. It's going to be a close one. I expect fully 149 to 150. Absolutely. And as you can tell, someone has a mech. I can't see who it is. Tectonic with the mech. Oh, boy. That could be huge. And also, VTOLs can't come down because this is an indoor one as well. And another person got an XS1, I think. But that indoor one, it's going to be huge. I mean, it truly would have to have like a grenade launcher or something. And as you can tell, Tribe actually has one. Oh, man.
Oh, they're just lining up. Just line it up in front. It's going down to the wire. Point contested for now. They still have the mech up. Nice shots there from Narrow to lock down the point. They're trying to rally back, but it's still just getting contested finally. The Goliath is going to fall, able to take that out. The grab slip comes in. It doesn't actually connect. Narrow does take down one before he drops. But is that going to be enough? Into the point goes TRULYOP. Just 25 points needed. And everybody from Tribe coming off a spawn, unfortunately, streaks dropping on their head as they try to get towards the point.
Oh my goodness, 20 seconds right here. Tribe, I don't think can win on this point. It will have to be the next one, so it's really going to come down to the wire here. See if they can get all the points possible, though. I expect the early rotation as well. It looks like there is one Tribe player kind of near the point. I don't think if they've set up yet. Another XS1 coming out. I can't tell who that's with, though.
Point locked. About to pop and set up inside. It's TRULYOP. There's a Goliath coming in as well.
Another indoor point.
The positioning, it's there for Truly. They can close it out. They're set up inside. Narrow just waiting on the help to come in, trying to pick him out of it. The hip fire is going to hit. Slide out, hits another shot as well. 2 are going to fall. Into the point they go. 15 points needed. Drop the window, trying to get the volley out. I thought he was going to drop because the peak was there, but the Goliath in to follow him up as well. Second by second, trying close to locking this down. They've got a swarm. 3 players are actually going to fall. There's an opening for the contest to come in. They can't close it out at 149, but back into the point they go, and Tribe takes it 150 to 139, but that was probably the best map we've had so far. That was a fun one. Now, I am not the COD Mobile expert like you are, but for me, just the POVs we were watching, those 2 teams look better than anyone we've watched so far.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, the viewers will know this. These are 2 of the top teams, top fan favorites for sure. And what I think was really interesting about that match specifically is the use of the XS1 Goliaths. I feel like in domination, especially, you're going to see XS1 Goliaths, cluster strikes, potentially VTOLs, mainly just due to the fact that we are in a persistence meta where basically all of these teams will be running persistence, a perk that basically allows you to get to those high tier score streaks while also dying at the same time. But I feel like in Heartland, and it looks like currently we do have a score of 2 for Truly and 1 for Tribe. Actually, nope, just went up. It is going to be 3 for Truly and 1 for Tribe heading into this fifth round right here.
It's, well, I mean, a lot of pressure on Truly here to get the search win after losing that narrow game 1.
Yes, narrowly. Yes. Zia is also fragging out with the sniper, if you can tell. 6 kills. I'm excited to see his sniper play on this map for sure. He is a very powerful sniper. Absolutely.
I'm just trying to see it. It looks like the offense for now is just waiting on a pick. You can see how passive they are. They are not really moving. They're hoping for maybe some early aggression out of TRULYOP, and we missed the first couple of rounds. I don't know if maybe somebody hit a fast flank or what the plays have been like, but they're going to let about a minute of this clock milk off before they even really move up towards the bomb site. Now, working towards B. Here comes the full 5-man hit, utility out, and there will be the bomb plant. Now, just like we saw in the previous round, pressure on Truly to work the retake.
Looks like a rocket comes out. Narrow, not able to connect on some shots. Bolu able to get Zia. I did actually speak to Tribe, and they said that S&D was one of the modes they're not super confident about. Still kind of figuring out the strategy and everything. As you can tell right now, they are definitely trying to play it a little bit slower. We are down to a 4v3 right now with Tribe being up.
It's interesting because we've had that with the CDL too, where teams are really good at respawn and not as comfortable in search. And for me, a lot of times it's been like, if you're not a good search team, you're just a really skilled like respawn team, just hit stuff. Like, I feel like slowing it down doesn't usually work well, as that hipfire hits absolutely nothing. But usually, like, almost turn it into a respawn. Like, just 5-man hit and trade effectively like you would in a hard point. Because I feel like if you're not a great search team, you don't feel comfortable, the more like 3v3s you're in, or late rounds and decision making, like that's where it's harder. So I guess I'm interested to see that's how they play it, if that, that's the case.
Yeah, kind of similar to how Xset was playing last round for sure.
Yeah, like, literally make it like you're just flying in a hard point. Like, just
Yeah.
set it up so you can make plays and trade. Let the skill flourish. And that doesn't always work, but I guess in my eyes, I think I've seen it be more effective through my experience. But there was a lot of damage in. Tribe, I think, had like 2 or 3 players. They tagged up the one shot on Truly. And here's the snipe out. Give it a chance for just a moment.
We had all 10 players send it B right there, and not a single kill come out, which really shows that the passiveness of these teams for sure. Smoke's coming out, people not really running through it. They just kind of sit back to see if any of the enemy players do make that decision to go through, and obviously nobody did, so still just kind of in a waiting fest right now. As you can tell, Tribe is going to be rotating back around to A, or Truly, rather. Going to be trying to switch it up a little bit, get a reverse back to A. Size used some accidental shots right there, I think, which could be pretty bad.
We haven't seen like a ton of action, but you got to feel pretty good about this particular site when you have a free plant, a 5-man stack.
Yes.
A little bit more of a funnel system here to hold as people try to push, not as wide open as it is towards the B site. So you favor Truly massively here. How does Tribe try to get through this? What utility do they have remaining? And that's going to be Wrath with the first blood. Balu going to drop. Now even harder for Tribe on retake.
Need backup.
Such way the Truly player going for a flank as well. Child's just sending it in right there, able to get 1 kill. Fusion taking out Leon, and Narrow taking out Zia. Down to a 2v3. Narrow going down as well. We're down to just Child's. Right on the point, able to get 1 kill right there.
Nice work. Get ready for the next round.
Yeah, I mean, that first kill is massive. You know, when you're in that 5v5, when you can pick up the first, well, you know, whether you're offense or defense, but especially when you're holding the site like that, you get numbers like that early. It feels like you're going to win that 9 out of 10 times when there's not an instant trade. So the first kill was massive. They play the numbers and trade effectively once the action gets rolling. So great stuff from TRULYOP. Now with 4 rounds on the board, we'll see if they keep it flowing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Tectonic, he's certainly underperforming right now. Currently only has 1 kill, and typically he is the top fragger for Tribe, especially in respawns. In S&D, he still does tend to show up pretty often, but right now I think he's not able to really do too much for the team. Tectonic.
You got to say his name again, because the second you said his name, you got to kill. So you just got to keep, you got to speak that into existence, apparently.
Tectonic is terrible and is unable to get any kills here. See if we can do it.
No, like literally right as you started saying it, he ripped somebody off a heady. I think I was like, all right, well, that's all he needs.
Yeah, I was reading his 1 kill off, and then all of a sudden it just popped into 2, and I'm like, well, he just basically doubled his kills.
Yeah, there you go. But the bomb plant, once again, there for TRULYOP. Similar situation, this time a 44, though, on the opposite site. Now, can they get that first pick again to give them the numbers? We're going to try to find an opening. I thought a chance for Tectonic to hit there, maybe catch him, wrapping back to the steps. Can't quite connect. Not a fun fight there across the entire span of the site. One player is on fire. Now they're gonna go. Zia, I think, almost had a kill, but Balu was able to pick it up. The trade doesn't come in, even though he's one shot on the other side. They're just gonna go ahead and hop it.
Oh, little pinch. Good double kill from Fusion, and Clashy getting the kill right there as well. Wow. I thought Tribe had it for a second there, for sure.
Yeah, before he hopped the bomb, I thought it looked like a pretty winnable situation, but like the second he hopped on it, you lose one player that's gone up. It becomes that much harder to hold. They collapse, they close it out. Now 1 round away from tying this series up at 1-1. Just a reminder, it is a best of 5. We're still in the winner's bracket side of this.
Looks like everyone's gonna play pretty slow here. Nobody really on the side of B except for Zia. First kill coming out to Truly. Saizu taking out Narrow. Clashy trying to get some kills here in an awkward position with a low round. Looks like he's gonna try to rotate back, but Bolu gets a clean double right there. We're at a 4v2 situation here. Fusion and Zia versus Leon. Bolu, Childs, and Tectonic. Fusion able to take out Leon. Fusion has been fragging out with that DRH. He currently has 9 kills, I believe, the top of the entire match. He's been playing that thing to perfection.
He's disgusting. I mean, for the first 10 seconds we watched him in the hardpoint, I was like, okay, this guy's good. He was getting it done with the QQ9, getting it done everywhere. Finally, a good situation for Tribe, is they've 4-1 advantage, but they have to rip off 4 straight rounds if they're going to take this. And we're just gassing up Fusion because he's somehow pulled off the water.
This would be incredible. Especially against 2 of Tribe's top fraggers right now, 2 SMG players, Bolu and Childs. It's going to be tough for Fusion here. See if he can pull it off.
I think they know bomb is down.
Oh yeah, that too. He has to push up here. He's in a very uncomfortable position.
It'd be one thing if he had bomb and could plant, work some, but he has to somehow track back, get bomb spotted, and now we're back into the game. Hello, and he's dead.
Yeah.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
All right, Tribe picking up another round here, making it a little bit closer, but still they'd have to get the next 3 rounds taking W's. It's going to be difficult.
Defend the objective. They have the bomb.
Well, I mean, the good thing, I also think, you know, we were talking about maybe they're not the most comfortable search team. I think, in my experience, when a team's maybe not great at search, defense is a lot easier. Like, defense is way easier. He is in position. It's offense is way harder when you're not a good search team. So if they're going to be sitting here playing defense over and over again, there's absolutely a chance that they can make a rally. It's a completely different game for a team that's maybe not comfortable in certain spots. And so far, so good. That's back-to-back defense. They're calling it back. I mean, someone, a former pro or some much better analytical mind could probably break that down, but it seems to be that way, man. It's way easier to play defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the 5 seconds you were talking, they won that round very quick. So already coming out very dominant later in the game. See if they can carry that momentum. Looks like we have the side of Truly pushing A. Basically everyone inside of this pizza thing right now.
They basically get blind calls. They get 5 stacks to site 2 rounds in a row. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck. It feels like maybe they got it there, but yeah, the blind call to B, the blind call to A. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like we're down to Clashy, Zia, and Tiprath versus the entirety of Tribe. Looks like Clashy is going to rotate back over to B along with his teammates.
I think you're fine here. Like, if you have this 5v3, it's not that big deal to just give up the plant player number.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's all about just keeping really good vision here for Truly. Watching all these angles. They have 3 players, 3 potential angles here. See if they can keep it on lock. Looks like we might have 3 players pushing one of the Truly players on the right side. Yep, Leon's gonna take out Tiprath right here, and then 2 players get aggressive on Clashy. He's gonna go down. We're down to everyone's dead on Truly, and just like that, 5 to 5.
I saw one off the top, and I was like, "What are you?"
It's not over yet.
There you go. They had to do 4 in a row. There's 3, and so far, so good on defense. But they did call it blind.
Defend the objectives. They have the bomb.
They lose 2 in the process.
Yeah, I almost wonder if that comes down to nerves, just not really knowing what to do and wanting to play a little bit slower in your mind, just like, you know, kind of panicking and thinking everyone has to sit back a little bit, because, I mean, a lot of these teams are pretty new to esports. Actually, I mean, Tribe, they've been playing for a while, so probably should have been prepared here, but here we go. Nero, the last one on Tribe, he's going to go down, and truly going to take the W in the Search and Destroy Meltdown match.
Well, nice gave up 3 straight rounds. They couldn't get it clicking on offense at all. They pretty much got almost give up a nasty comeback to Tribes, but they hold on. They clutch up in the round. It has been two crazy matches so far. It could not be tighter between TRULYOP and Tribes. This has been the match I've been waiting for. We're still very early in the tournament, but it's been set up for 6 to get deeper into this series. But before we head to the map 3 domination, we're going to a quick break and swipe. You can be with it, like almost like, you know, you're swiping your mouse. You just kind of, I don't know. It felt really snappy, like really fun. Like sniping is incredible on COD Mobile, but we'll see if that comes into play if we get to a map 5. But here we go. Into the map 3. Just went to a round 11 in the search. What kind of game will we get here? We know how important an early B capture can be.
Ooh, was that a trip mine double kill from Fusion right there?
It might have been. I was gonna say, there are 2 pushing in and they just disappeared.
Yeah, that would be the trip mine.
That
also,
is tough.
Wow,
Their
Tectonic is
were blown off.
Yeah, the trip mines are a deadly force inside of this game. Also, Tectonic rocking the GKS. I love weapons. I'm sorry if I talk about them all the time.
No,
Maven,
you can talk about weapons all day. I will listen to your weapons. I think it's awesome that you're into this game and the weapons. I love it.
Oh yeah, man, it's crime of passion. Anyway, Tectonic though, with the GKS, that is a very surprising weapon. It's kind of like a little bit similar to the HD40, so I'm actually not entirely surprised that it did pop out with the HD40 nerf, but I'm really excited to see how Tectonic does perform with it. I believe right now top fragging, at least for Team Tribe, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see this thing. It's a very high skill capped weapon though. You have to be aiming for the head and the upper chest for sure.
Well, they've got a 3 cap right now. Everything going great for Tribe. They have got them locked in. They almost got C, but got caught again. The spawn trap is in. Tribe is rolling. The lead is growing so quickly. Finally, TRULYOP is able to get it locked down. They're able to get C, but they're still in trouble. Tribe is going nuts early in this domination, looking for vengeance off the tough map to loss. I want to go to an Xperia, dial in right now. Let's hear the comps from Tribe.
Contact with enemy.
Maven,
what in the hell was that?
Maven, I can't breathe. Hold on, give me a second.
I don't think someone got the wires crossed on audio, because that could not have been, that wasn't a listening. That was, we just hopped into like a preschool with like kids battling over a box of crayons.
Well, I made out, I think, 3 words. Barely 3 words. I heard.
Listen, man, I have heard a lot of player comms in my career, and like the CDL players are cracked. They are screaming, but you can understand what is being said. I don't know what I just listened to. That wasn't even English. I thought I was listening to aliens fight.
I spoke to them and I asked what their greatest strength was, and their response was our comms. So
what?
I mean, maybe they speak some, you know, it's just something we don't understand, Maven. I think that's just a little thing between the players, because wow.
Well, they're up 30. They're up 35. They're
I mean, whatever
great.
Yeah, whatever they're doing is working.
Keep keep screaming at each other in foreign dialects. It's working out, but that was something special. But TRULYOP do have a 2-cap and a chance to rally back in this. We've seen some crazy comeback opportunities on this particular map and mode. Little slide back and snap there with the LG, but can't quite finish off the kill. Airstrike coming in over the top as well.
And I believe one of the players might have just gotten XS1, the mech. I think it was Childs. I haven't seen it pop out though, but I saw it in the feed. Oh, it got blown up. Zia had it, and Childs was able to blow it up there. I do know a couple other players still have access to their mechs, so we're gonna have to see if they try to use that to kind of pivot the momentum here on Tribe side at least. But right now, the biggest focus for Truly is just keeping that map control and maintaining control of B and C, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're gonna have to rely on a misplay from Tribe, I feel like, because at some point, right, you've called out a streak. The streak's sure to come in, the operators are gonna come in. If they make one play and get B back, they likely can close out this game. You're gonna have to hold out something insane. And look how close they are to finishing off B. It's a sliver away, but it's Aizu hitting the shots. All three will get on for the clearance, and TRULYOP will hold on. Lead now down to 17.
Keeping it close in this matchup. Slowly but surely, Truly pulling back up to Tribe. Shots coming out from Fusion, not able to connect right there. And Tribe's gonna have to make a big play here. Looks like Tiprath was trying to get the reverse cap there, not able to do anything. Looks like Tribe will be able to reset. If you were Tribe, what are you doing here, Maven? What's the play?
Oh, to try and retake? I mean, I think it was kind of what I was saying. Like, behind an operator or a streak is how you're likely going to get through. B can be so difficult to capture, but maybe to slow it down. Like, you heard the comms from them, how crazy they were. You can't be going one by one trying to get a retake on a point like B. You need to group up and make some big plays for power positions. Just slow the game down, even if it's feeling like it's chaos. And so far, they've struggled to do that. But now an airstrike is going to be coming in. Stealth chopper as well. TRULYOP is popping off. Lead change is imminent. A couple more ticks, but now they're going to go 2 down. Maybe this is a chance, 3 down now. A chance for Tribe to pounce and at least get some position, but they don't really get anywhere behind that. Tectonic does have the Annihilator out. They get a 2-cap on A and C, so B will be left open. How long can they hold on to this? It's not easy to do.
I believe if Tribe is able to hold on to both points right now, if they do it for another maybe 30, 40 seconds, they will ice this one. So Truly is going to have to make a major play right now. And it looks like Tribe was going for B for a little bit there to try to get the domination.
Oh!
Predator. Jeez. That was a massive Predator. That XS1 could have been the difference.
Yeah. There's mechs coming in, but missiles will make the play. Tectonic doing it as well. The shot on point. The 3-cap is in. They clutch up at the tail end of this game. It feels like they're always having to go huge in the final moments. Here they're able to do it again. Excellent stuff.
Might I add, I was talking about Tectonic and whether or not he'd be able to frag out with the GKS, and he did very, very well. I think he top fragged the entire match, I believe.
Up 2-1. Tribe get it done. How do they communicate with each other? How does anyone understand what's going on? How do they hear the gameplay? No one on planet Earth knows, but it doesn't matter. They get the win. And I have a headache.
Oh, me too. I'm still, jeez. I need to go get some water after that one for sure.
You would hope you get more of a cupcake matchup and stay in the winner's side of it, but that might not be the case. Well, I definitely won't be the case.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Hardpoint crash. Excited to see this one. Just taking a peek at the weapons. A lot of ICRs, like on the side of Truly. I mean, I think they have 4 players with ICR, and then Zia sticking with his HD40. ICR, I believe, a weapon from Black Ops 3. I could be wrong.
It's been multiple titles, but yeah, it's a laser beam, man. It's a laser beam. As far as I remember, the ICR, I like to run it because I like to shoot beams, and you can hit shots at range for sure. But the first blood will come in from Tribe.
Another important point of playing this map as well is just maintaining this building right here, this 3-story hotel, whatever you want to call it. Really big power position. Have vision of everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. Really big part of the map.
Well, into the point with 30 seconds left goes TRULYOP. The contest comes in from the other side. I think a couple players just got smoked. I didn't see who it was get picked up too from Tribe, but nutty bit of footwork and gunplay there from the Tribe side to hold on to the point, and they're going to go out to a massive lead to start. TRULYOP only gets 3 points on the board. You're going to get, well, I thought a little under 40 if they held on, but the rotation going to come in for Tribe.
Yeah, and here we go. Childs and Tectonic picking up a couple kills right there, which should help them secure this next point potentially, as it sets up right now with 6 seconds to go before the points start rolling in.
And you've got what? Basically 4 players stacked up around them. One looks to try and hit the cutoff. Yeah, like one player trying to hold that angle. He gets tagged up, but that's huge though. They have to focus him. So that was like 2 players have to turn and worry about him before they can even push up towards the hard point. So this is free time. There's what, 15, 20 seconds milked off of this already, and no one from TRULYOP has even been able to focus on the hard point. This might be a full 60 hold from Tribe.
Yeah, and this is something that I said I really expected from Tribe. With them being so structured, they're really good at displaying different parts of the map and really protecting the lanes that kind of lead up to the hard point, which as you can tell right now, they have maybe 2 people inside the hard point and then multiple people surrounding. But as I say that, as you can tell, Truly breaks for a second, but Tribe back on, and then Truly overtakes again.
Hard point contested.
Yeah,
skirmish going on.
Truly's just struggling to find any kind of time. They'll get the scrap time here again, but this is another situation where Tribe's going to have the option to out-rotate. If you get into this kind of blender where you're breaking with 10 to 20 seconds left, great. Go ahead and enjoy those points. We'll go ahead and set up at the next hard point. Now, thankfully, with this versus what I'm used to, you have that lock, so you have a little bit of extra time to rotate out, maybe get an early break, and that's where they're going to be able to do it. So they're going to get set up inside. Now a chance for a rally for TRULYOP as Fusion just soaked up that objective time.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Is nobody making a push onto him, or is this truly able to defend? See no Tribe players in the vicinity at all.
Here they come. Collapse is about to come through now. But that was a ton of time for TRULYOP. I was just thinking with them breaking a 3-story, that was going to end up leading to time for Tribe, but they won the fight at the end of the hard point. They won the fight on rotation too. That was just a massive moment for TRULYOP to get them back in this game when they were getting blown out.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like Tribe able to set up for the next here with 10 seconds to go in the past one. Truly just sitting on it right now, gaining points. Looks like they're going to get very close to Tribe.
Right, Shales has Annihilator out and he's hitting shots. He's up to 10 kills, leading all players currently. If we could hop over to Chales, I'm not even sure if our observers hear me.
Hardpoint lost.
And I think he just dropped, and he was only able to get 1 with the Annihilator, so he only picked up 1.
Looks like Tectonic and Bolu, though, able to play their Annihilators pretty well right there, picking up 3 different kills.
I'm hurt.
Hardpoint locked down.
Well, there's the break. They needed a big break. The early time went to Tribe. The break on through there for TRULYOP. Back into the hard point. Maybe a chance for a lead change now if they can close it out.
Destroyed enemy's UAV.
And that'd be huge considering the 50 to 10 deficit or whatever it was to start the game. But just a couple more ticks, and now TRULYOP are going to go out in front. They make the rally happen, Hawk.
Oh, yeah. Keeping it close, as the entire series has been so far.
Yep. Yeah, this has been literally every map, right? Just there's been like some big leads, but it feels like they disappear as quickly as they start. Every team's got the ice, just bringing it back. That's fire. So they're gonna dip and find a new position. Nice little snap back. Fusion again, showing his movement and accuracy on point.
That was a disgusting 180.
Yeah, nice little bit of finesse there. And into the point go Tribe again. This time, can they hold on? As Truly's trying to group up and work the break. Fusion, though, as good as he looked right there, he's only got 4 kills in this particular game. Not that anyone on his team's really lighting it up exactly. I mean, if you look at the slang, it's pretty heavily favored over towards Tribe. When you have Childs at 12, Tectonic at 13, it got the edge there, but not much of a lead behind it. But that makes me wonder, like, when it comes down to score streaks, when it comes down to some of these operators, are they going to have the edge when this goes down to the wire?
Yeah, I mean, right now, Tribe able to frag out successfully really well, but they're just not really able to stay on the point as well. I mean, obviously, the game is really close right now, but Truly is playing the point very well.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost.
Here we go. With this next hard point, technically, either team could close it out, and we're going to have basically a tie game. 1 point advantage to Tribe. Next hard point about to pop. Who can make the plays? Nice shots there from Sizu.
Like Sizu's position right now. Looks like Tectonic's going to take him out, though. That's an SMG, by the way. That was an incredible laser. Wow.
Okay. Now he's going to pull out his second Annihilator. Can he get the shots? Catches one in the corner. Into the hard point he goes. More around the edge behind the smoke, but I think his teammate's trying to pick up that angle. He's just kind of waiting for them to help. Doesn't want to drop with his Annihilators. Got to hit the shots. Hits one. The other. Running scared for now, though. He's going to get electrocuted. He's going to fall. That's a big play to take the Annihilator out of play, but it's still going to be a Tribe inside of the point. Narrow going huge as well. The swarm near the mid chopper in from TRULYOP. They cleared them out of the point for now. But they still both can technically win it now with that contest. TRULYOP no longer able to do it. Leon's got the angle from the top, and the LMG is on point. And I believe you see a mech is now in play. The mech is in play. Little time to go.
And perfect setup right now, too, especially since the next point is going to be inside of this building. And obviously, this should be the point that one of the teams do win on. I believe Tribe only needs 22 points. And truly, everyone's sending it in. Sentry gun goes down right there. Oh, my goodness.
You're not running through my mech because it's a freaking mech. Tribe is inside. 5 points to go. The robot's locking it down. Tribe looking to close out the series, and that will get it. Tribe go big, and that's what I was worried about. At the slaying edge throughout the course of the game, you got to think the heavy hitters were going to come in late, and they did. Hawks, what did you like from Tribe?
Well, I mean, as I said before, in that map, I was really expecting to be a big XS1 play because, again, Predators just can't counter it inside of that. And with that building being the way that it's set up, it's hard to get anything in there. So that preparation from Childs, him waiting to take the XS1 out, and just, I mean, that right there sealed the game for sure.
What an unbelievable series. Unbelievable stuff. It really felt like either